This is a story about a beautiful TV news anchor. She had just gotten divorced from her journalist husband, and I don't know if that had anything to do with this, but she told her network, and understand she was on that network for a lot of years. It's out of Detroit. And she told her network that she felt that she was not being treated the same way as the men. You know their response? They fired her. Just like that. Because she had an honest grievance and she wanted to work things out, and she was hoping that they would say, okay, fine, we'll do something about this. She was concerned about this unequal treatment, and she brought it to their attention. She didn't say she was going to walk. She didn't say anything. But understand this. She had helmed the station's evening broadcasts at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 10 p.m., and 11 p.m. And I know from having been in the business in New York, that's how they work. It's hard to do 4 straight newscasts. Well, they weren't straight. 5 to 6 is one after the other, and 11 to 12 is one after the, no, it's 10 to 11, one after the other. But this is how they thanked her. And she's really beautiful, and she's been working there for quite a while. However, let's add this to the mix. She is 50 years old. So, at 50 years old, having been working there for a long period of time, what do you think that was all about? Age discrimination, trying to get somebody younger in there who's going to be at a less expensive salary? And need I say more? So what is this? This is not only this industry, but what is this? You have a grievance and you go to your bosses and you say, I hope in a well-mannered way, I'm sorry, but it seems as though the men are getting special treatment and I'm not. We have to equalize this. And so they just said adios to her. So what do? You know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you put up with poor treatment, then you feel awful about what you have allowed to go on. If you don't say something, you feel awful about it, and it's eating away at you. So you do say something, and you say to them, look, I would like equal treatment. That's it. She didn't ask for more money. She didn't ask for anything, just to be treated differently. And they said goodbye. Well, of course, now this is going to become a lawsuit. She's lawyered up, and we'll see where this goes. But you know, this is happening all over the place. If they don't like your the color of your skin, yeah, this is not DEI anymore. This is pure, outrageous discrimination. And they don't like the color of your skin. They don't like your gender. They don't like how you wear your hair. They don't like anything. But your ratings are good. However, they're worrying about the bottom line. And their bottom line is the only thing that matters. In some instances, in many instances. What is a person to do? You feel as though you're being abused. You feel as though you're being pushed around. And you have to stand up for yourself. If you don't, you're going to wear that inside you. And you know what happens to the warm bottle of champagne. All of a sudden, when you least expect it, it's shaken just a little bit, and bang, the cork pops. She can't afford to do that. She knows better than to do that. So she did what she was supposed to do. She had a grievance, not a formal grievance. She said, look, I want to be treated just like the men are treated. I don't know if it had anything to do with the fact that her husband, who was a journalist, left his position and she divorced him. Who knows? Maybe it was, old boys camaraderie. Who knows all the underpinnings of all of this? However, her age and the fact that she spoke up. What will our audience do if they are in this boat right now? What will they do? Will they be afraid to speak up for fear that they will lose their job? You know, news anchors at a certain level get paid decently. I guess she was not fearful that she would lose her job because she had so much seniority and she had nailed 4 newscasts. You have to be good to be able to keep that kind of job. But if the organization is looking for ratings more than anything else with young people, more than anything else, who knows? Who knows what it was? But that's a lawsuit. So I'm letting everybody know about this story because if you happen to be in the same boat, I want you, whatever you do, if you're going to confront anything, do so in, first of all, writing. Second of all, with kindness falling out of your mouth so it cannot be misconstrued as you're being hostile and demanding. And do this in a way that says, look, I'm looking for the good of the broadcast. And I want to feel as though I have empowerment here. Well, it's a sad story, but it's happening all over the place as people are losing jobs, and much of it has to do with age. Because you age out of a certain thing because they're paying you more. So what are you supposed to do? Die on the job so you don't get to be that age? What's the alternative here? Or not aging? Thank God we are aging, because the alternative to that is a coffin 6 feet under. So be careful. Whenever you confront somebody, be upfront about your feelings, not you language. You did this and you did that, because that could piss off an employer. But be careful, because you know what could happen right around the corner, and there's no such thing as seniority and tenure anymore. And that's my Gildagram for today.